everybody, and welcome to this week's episode of the Beaut'Tea Podcast, where we sit pretty, sip heavy, and spill all the tea. First and foremost, I want to say happy Christmas to anybody that's watching. I hope you guys had a wonderful holiday and are looking forward to a great and prosperous new year, because I know that I am. If you can't already tell, I had a terrible Christmas because I was actually battling the flu. So I got my electrolytes over here that I'll be drinking throughout the video, but I still did not want to leave you guys hanging. I still wanted to give you guys content, and I'm trying my best to stay consistent. So y'all just bear with me. But with that being said, as you can see by the title, today I'm going to be digging a little bit deeper into my business and letting y'all in on just a part of my story, some things that I've gone on in my life and some experiences that I've had, and I hope you guys enjoy it. So first and foremost, there is this video circulating, and I want to talk about it, and I want to know y'all thoughts and opinions on it, and after we watch it together, I'm going to give you my take on it and see it.
Why are you touching me? Why are you touching me? I don't even know you.
Boy, get out of here.
Please back up.
Boy, get out of here with your gay ass.
Back up. Back up.
Get out of here with your gay ass, bro.
Back up.
Get out of here with your
Back
gay
up.
ass,
I
bro.
don't know you.
Get out of here. I don't know you either.
So
What's
why
up?
are you up on me like that?
What's up?
Why are you up on me like
What's
that?
up? What's up, gay boy?
Back up.
What's up?
Please back
What
up.
you gonna do?
I don't even know.
What you
who
gonna
started
do?
attacking me for no reason.
Nah, this
I
nigga
don't
need
even
to
know
crop
you.
that shit up.
I don't know you.
I'm sick of this
I
gay
don't
ass.
know you. I don't
I'm
know
sick
you.
of this gay ass
I
shit,
don't
bro.
know you.
Nah,
I can't
fuck that shit.
I'm
Go,
gonna record some live
get
videos. I
going.
have a government job that I'm
Get
not
going. I don't give a
trying to
fuck
do.
about that
The fuck?
government job. You need to not have no shit. No, just go.
I don't
Gay ass
even know
shit.
her. I don't know her.
This
And
gay
she's
ass
still
shit.
trying to attack me. I'm about to
Bro,
call the police on
no,
you.
bro.
I want you to back
Hold
up.
on, please. Fucking Christmas. Fucking Christmas. I'm sick of this gay ass shit, bro. Like, you need to cover that shit up, bro.
I don't even know her. I don't even know her. I don't even know her. I'm about to check out my damn groceries. I don't even know her.
Cover
Like,
that
for
shit
real.
up, bro.
Get away from me.
No,
Why are you
give
still
up. You
following
get
me?
away from us.
Please, why are you still
Bitch,
following me?
get out of
Why are you
here.
still following me?
With your
And
gay
it's okay.
ass.
I'm about to call the police
You
on
need to put some
No, I'm
fucking
about to
clothes
call-
on,
Bitch, I
bitch.
have no clothes.
Bitch, no, you
Back
fuck you
up.
don't.
Get away from me.
What you gonna do?
Why are
What you
so-
gonna do?
Why are you so
What you gonna do
close?
here, man?
Why are you so close?
No, he ain't no
For
man.
real.
This a bitch.
Please back up.
This a bitch.
Back up.
This a
I'm
bitch.
begging you. Back up.
What you
I'm
gonna
begging
do?
Get away from
What
me.
you gonna do?
Begging
You can't hit me.
Please.
Don't touch me, nigga, with your gay ass. Come on, come on. Don't touch me.
I really want you to back
What's
up.
up? Don't touch me with your
I
gay
really
ass.
want you to back up.
Don't touch me with your shit on my
Why are
motherfucking
you touching
face.
me? Why are you touching me?
Garrett,
I don't even know you.
Girl, all I gotta say is, God knows who to give certain battles to. Because let me tell you something. It would have been clean up on aisle 3. Clean up on aisle 3. Clean up on aisle 3. Because I would have been mopping that entire store with that wig she had on. Braids, whatever she had in her head. It's stuff like this that just really grinds my gears. Like, just listen to me when I say, this is to the heterosexual, biological, natural-born, childbearing women out there that do stuff like this. That was a fully grown man that she was attacking in that store. Now, if he would have just hauled off and towed her butt up in that store, I'm going to say butt because it's too soon in the video. I don't think I'm allowed to be cursing yet. But if he would have towed her ass up in that store, he would have been well within his rights, because that's exactly what I would have done. I'm not condoning violence or anything like that. But she was in that boy's personal space. Like, the whole point of the video was the guy had on pajama pants and he had a shape. Sis couldn't take his shape. So you mean to tell me you did all that because this boy was blessed with a body that you're envious of because you're standing there looking like plankton? Girl, stop this. I'm begging straight women to stop this, because that could have went a completely different way, and then he probably would have been villainized. That is not cool. That is not okay. And I heard him say that he has a government job or something like that, and she said that you don't deserve that job. You don't deserve anything because what? because you think that the man's gay. He didn't disclose as being gay to her, which we all know. But that's not the point. Somebody gonna make an example out of one of you bitches. I'm telling you. Y'all need to stop. Because if that were me, it would have went a whole different way. First of all, back up. You too close. I would have took that cart. Baby, listen. Y'all need to cut this out. That is not cool. And that happens way more than y'all know because everybody doesn't whip out their phone and record. He needs some homegirls or something with him. They need to go find her. I'm sorry. They need to spin the block. Because what? Moving right along. So, I'm pretty sure you guys are here to hear the story about, not the story, my experience with being a sex worker, an escort, prostitute, whatever you guys want to call it. So, I kind of want to go back in time and kind of tell you guys how I, found out about sex work and how I got, introduced to it and things of that nature. So, it was probably around 2000, probably 2015, late 2015, early 2016-ish. I had a best friend at the time who was a trans woman, and she was a sex worker, and I moved in with her. She took me in, not necessarily took me in because I wasn't homeless, but I wanted to leave the nest, and she had her own place, and it was on the other side of the state, so it was like something new for me. I wasn't really doing anything with my life at the time. So I moved in with this friend, and she was a sex worker, and she didn't necessarily show me the ropes. It was just the first time I was kind of exposed to it. So, I just kind of watched her make her money, and she was taking care of us with that money and paying all of her bills and doing what she needed to do to survive, because at least back then, it wasn't every day that you saw a trans woman at a typical job like a McDonald's or a Walmart, or if you did see one, you didn't know. Like, obviously she must have been passable or something like that. But I do remember this friend having a couple of jobs, and it just didn't work out for her. But that was how I got introduced to it. Just kind of being in the room, seeing the door child just swinging like a revolving door. And at that time, I wasn't really intrigued by it in a way where I was like, I want to try this. I was just like, okay, that's what sis doing to get her coin. It is what it is. It wasn't until 2000, late 2017. So it wasn't really that long after. But my mom had passed, and I took over her lease, and I had my first apartment, and had my little brother to look after, and my little brother ended up going to live with his father. And I was making my little $10.50 an hour at the facility that I was working at. I come from healthcare, and baby, those bills was whooping my, when I say they was whooping my, they had hands. And I don't even think it was that I couldn't afford the bills. It was more so that I didn't know how to manage money. So I was crashing the fuck out. I just didn't know how to pay all these bills on time and how to keep money in my pocket. And, I was young. I was 23. So I was still trying to be happy and have fun. So anyway, I specifically remember my lights got cut off. And I've never told anybody this. So, girl, my lights got turned off. And I thought it was a game. Where I live here in Florida, it's called FPL, Florida Power and Light. So I was like, child, they really cut my lights off. Well, duh. Girl, you didn't pay the bill. So my lights got turned off, and I was trying. I was living paycheck to paycheck, and I was just waiting on the next paycheck. And I think I had another week or something. I don't remember. Did I get paid every week with that job? I think I did get paid every week. Either way it goes, I ain't had no hot water, and I was just in that apartment miserable with candles lit, sad and depressed. What am I going to do? And I reached out to my gay mother. And for those of you who don't know what a gay mother is a part of a chosen family. So actually, she wasn't my gay mother at this time. I take that back. In my mind, I wanted her to be my gay mother, and I did end up eventually asking her to be my gay mother. But at the time, she was not my gay mother. But she was someone that I knew in the community who was a trans woman who I knew did sex work as well. Me and that other friend, we weren't really acquainted like that anymore. We were still cool, but it wasn't given like call her and ask her anything. So I reached out to this trans woman that I knew, and I kind of asked her like, where do the girls go to put themselves out there when they want to do sex work? You know, I'm going through something and I need some quick money. Keep that in mind. So, excuse me. She gave me the rundown and she told me where to go and how to post. And I posted my first ad. Back then it was Backpage. Backpage is a site that the girls used to go to escort, and it's no longer there. It no longer exists. Girl, they took it down. So I remember posting it. I remember being so afraid and so broke and just thinking like, what am I gonna do? Like, I don't even know how to do this. I mean, I remember what I saw and learned, but I was just like, I don't know like what I'm doing. And I was doing it very, very dangerous. I was having them come to my house. I had a car at the time. So there's this, it's called out call or in call. So in call, they come to you, out call, you go to them. So I was actually doing both. And I remember the first guy came, and I can't remember exactly what he wanted. I think it was just a little, and that means a little sucky sucky. And I remember doing it and him leaving, and I had the money, and I just couldn't wait until the next day to go and pay the light bill because it was in cash. So, you know, banks were closed and things of that nature. So the next day my lights were on. And I was just like, okay. And then my paycheck came and things were back to normal. So it was kind of something that I wasn't doing frequently, but every now and again when I was in a bind or, you know, I needed the funds right away, I would tap in. And then I didn't do it for years. Like I stopped. Oh my God, that was 2017. I didn't do it again until like 2023. I think it was like late 2022, 2023 when I moved into this place. So this place, the rent was much higher than it was when I had my first place. And I didn't have a car at the time when I moved here, and my job was about 25 minutes away. So it's about a $30 Uber, and girl, I was just struggling. So I went from living on someone's couch to moving here, and I didn't have anything. All I had was my bed and the small, like, you know, that little small dresser that comes with the set. Like you have the big dresser and that little chest that's on the side. So I have my bed and that. I have my clothes and like a few dishes and stuff like that. I didn't have any living room furniture, nothing for the bathrooms, like, you know, shower curtains. I didn't have anything. So I was basically starting over from scratch. I had lost everything from my mom's apartment or whatever, just being irresponsible. So that was just a little backstory. So I am working at this job and I am struggling. I'm spending all of my money in Ubers, getting back and forth to work, $60 a day, there and back. Sometimes I would get rides from a coworker or things of that nature, or my cousin would give me a ride. But for the most part, I was out here thugging it. So I remember not knowing again where the girls were posting their ads. Like I just didn't know what sites they were using these days around that time. So I reached back out to my good girl. And of course, as always, she came through. Shout out to her. I'm not going to say her name in this video because I don't know that she wants that publicity. But if you're watching this, thank you. You know who you are. Sorry about sniffling. I know I don't have to say that, guys, but I'm just the type of person that I'm just really self-aware. And I know that I'm sick and, you know, all that sniffling and all that stuff. I know it can be like, ugh, yikes. Anywho, back to the story. So she told me what sites they were using at that time, and I hopped on there and I started posting or whatever, and girl, I was like in it. When I say in it, I was in it bad. Like I probably did it from 2022 up until consistently up until September of this year. So 22, 3, 4, 5. So about 3 years I was consistently doing it. But I would take little breaks here and there. Like I eventually got a car and like, you know, got furniture and like got on my feet. So I wasn't doing it as often. Like it wouldn't be like every day, all day, but it was definitely in my mind. It was considered consistent because I mean it was at least a couple of times a week. So with that, I will say, and this is something that a lot of the girls don't really want to talk about. Sex work can be addicting, and people don't believe that that's a thing. It really is addicting, or it can be addicting because it's fast money. Like you're just used to doing something real quick with somebody. Boom, there's $300-400. Like, girl, I don't really want to get into like the logistics of like pricing and things like that because that is unique to the person. Like you charge what you want. It's your body. You charge what you want to charge. But I will say it was a very, very, very traumatic experience. I gained stalkers. I had people, not necessarily because, again, I was doing it unsafe. I was doing it from my home. So I never really had anybody show up to my house. But I do specifically remember this one time, and this is actually this year earlier. I had someone come over and he came with no money. And that was the first time I had ever experienced somebody coming and not having money. Because, duh, like, if you don't have the coins, baby, why are you here? And he was standing in my living room and we were standing face to face. And I'm the type of girl, I need my funds up front before we do anything. Best thing that I was ever taught. So we're standing there and I'm asking him for what we call a donation. And he's just looking around. I'm like, oh God, I'm finna have to whoop this man tail in here. Like, I'm finna have to tear him up. Like, why is he looking around like being all weird? And I remember him saying, dang, I gotta pay. Yeah, you do have to pay. Who? I don't know you. Like, what do you mean? Even if I did know you, like, yes, everybody has to pay. What do you mean? Yes, you have to pay. And he was like digging in his pockets, pretending that he was looking for the money, and then he just gave very much, oh, like, dang, you gonna thug me like that? Then he proceeded to try to start touching and fondling on me. Maybe I'm moving his hand. I'm like, if you don't have the funds, then you can leave. And he just stood there. And I'm just standing there. Because I'm like, I'm not just gonna immediately swing on the man. Like, I'm gonna wait on him to get aggressive, but I need him to leave. And I didn't have anything within arm's reach to like grab, tear him up or nothing. So I'm just like, okay, let's see what happens. So eventually I started like nudging him towards the door, and I'm like, no money, no play, like you gotta go. And just like, dang, so if I go get the money, like, can I come back? And I was like, haha, yeah, sure, of course. Baby, no. Never will see you again, baby. I will look out that peephole, and if I see you, if you use a different number or however you think you finna try to bamboozle me, I know your face, and it's locked in. Never again. Kicked him out. A different time, I had someone try to see me. They were playing games, trying to string me along, trying to like lowball me and lower the prices and things of that nature. And I kept blocking the number. Different numbers kept calling me, kept calling me, kept calling me. Different numbers, different numbers, different numbers. So eventually, excuse me, um, he waited a while. Like he went radio silent for a while, and then he hit me up again from a different number. And me forgetting about this person that was basically stalking me, I indulged, and baby, it was him. And I had an egg on my fucking face. Like I was just sitting there looking so stupid. Like, baby, I done dodged you for like 4 or 5 months, and boom, here we are. Anyway, that was traumatic though. Like I'm saying all of this lightly, like it was nothing, but I will say, just a tidbit of advice for any of those trans girls that are coming up that are considering sex work. I'm not here to promote it. I'm also not here to shun it. It's not one of my proudest moments in life, but I did what I had to do to survive. Now, I will say, in today's age, there's trans women everywhere. Everywhere I go, I'm going to the city trans around the corner now, and I'm seeing trans women working there. That was never a thing back in the day. So I will say that things are progressing. So, girl, go get you a 9 to 5. There's nothing wrong with a 9 to 5. That fast money will get you caught up, and it can really be addicting. And you just get addicted to wanting the money, wanting the money, wanting the money. And it's like, you don't realize how dangerous it is and realize like what you're doing to your body. And like, I always hear T.S. Madison say, like, you have to rewire yourself when it comes to men. I don't see men in the same light or in the same weight anymore because I did sex work. So it's kind of hard for me to build a real genuine connection with a man because all I'm thinking in the back of my mind is this man just wants me for sex. And 9 times out of 10 that is the case, but there are some men out there that actually do want us for us. And it's kind of hard to decipher between the two. So I would just say that this is a dangerous game to play. I wouldn't recommend it. If that's all that you can do, or, the only option that you have, girl, do what you got to do. But get in and get out. Do it like Diamond from the Players Club. Get in, get your things, get on your feet, and get out. I have not done it since September when I started this job that I'm working because God has blessed me abundantly. When I say abundantly, I feel like a lot of the times, and let's keep it clear too. Let's keep it very, very crystal clear. When I moved here and I started doing it, I want to say that God was trying to pull me, or the higher power, whatever, y'all believe in. I believe in God again. I believe that God was trying to pull me out of that because, baby, I was not a paid girl. Let's just keep it a buck. I was getting by, but I was not a coin girl because, like, I never just had a lot of traffic or traction. Like, these stories that I'm telling you were far and few in between. Like I had homegirls that were making a bag. Bitch, when I say a bag, I'm talking about thousands of dollars. Let's start here, though. I'm in Brevard County. Ain't no money here. Like, most of the time, I would have to, if I was doing, like, out calls, I would go to Orlando. And that's another thing, too, that I kind of just want to get off my chest. Like, people always thought that I was clubbing a lot. Baby, I was not going to Orlando to be in no club. I could care less about being in no club around all them aggravating behind people. What I was really doing was trying to be strategic. If I got cute and went out to Orlando, I would just do out calls after the club because, girl, that's when the freaks come out at night after 2:30 a.m. or whatever. So I would just hang out in the area after leaving the club and try to make a coin then. But even then, girl, like, the money was never just pouring in for me. I never had good days, good weeks, like, never. And I always just felt like, that's just my personal opinion, that God was trying to just remove me from that. He knew I had a better purpose or something else that I was supposed to be doing. That just wasn't the thing that was going to get me the millions and the money that I deserved and, desired. So I leaned into that. And when I got this new job, I made a vow to myself that I would never do it again. And I had the urge to do it recently because, like I told you guys in my last video, I'm moving and I want a new car. Like, it's a lot of things that I want and I want them now. But I'm learning patience. And patience has just blessed me so much more. Like, waiting and working hard for it. Not saying that that's not hard work, but just doing it a way that I could just, feel dignity and feel self-respect. Because that's another thing that, I kind of experienced. Like, I started to forget who I was and kind of question myself, like, with my self-worth. Like, why am I stooping to this level to do this? Like, it's no shade. I'm not judging anybody. This isn't about you that's watching this. This isn't a personal attack on anybody. So if you're feeling some type of way, this is not about that. This is about me, how I felt. I felt like my dignity was on the floor. Like, I felt like I didn't respect myself anymore because I'm just letting these random men lay with me and they didn't deserve me. And, like, a lot of them were creeps and disrespectful and rude. And I found myself being so mean to men. Like, a man could not come within 10 feet of me without me ready to curse him out. Like, what? What you want? Boy, move. You ain't got no money for me? Ain't nothing to talk about. And that's just not how I want to live and how I want to operate. Like, I wasn't even at a certain point, I wasn't even willing to give a man a chance. It was just strictly get out my face because I just had so many traumatic experiences because of this. And another thing I want to address before I go is a couple of people from my city saw me on the site or whatever because, of course, I put where I live to, post the ad. And the gag was a lot of these boys who be in my inbox from high school and people that I knew growing up and stuff like that. Like, a lot of them saw me on the site, but they wouldn't reach out to me on the site. They would just reach out to me in real life, like via my social media. And it wasn't until recently I talked to like 2 or 3 different guys and they were like, oh yeah, I saw you on that site. And I'm like, these supposed to be quote unquote straight men with these baby mothers and stuff running around. And it's like, why are you on a site looking for trans women? And the fact that you thought you were going to hang out with me for free, but go pay the other girls, it's something wrong with men. I really don't understand. But that really, really gagged me that a lot of people knew that I was on the site and they just didn't say anything. And they were just like, oh, I knew. I just, I didn't really feel like it was my place to say nothing. I'm like, you told all your friends. I don't know, everybody watching this, it's possible that somebody might have told you, but I disclosed this back in September when I thanked the Lord publicly for blessing me with my new job, making way more money than I ever made escorting. So, yeah, there's that tidbit. But if there's anything else you guys want to know about it, like any specific stories, or if you're looking to get into it, like safe ways to do it, comment below. Let me know what y'all think. I'm probably going to give y'all a makeup tutorial in the next video. So it's going to be in depth. I'm going to really break it down. Eyebrows, lashes, lip combo, what concealers I use, what primers I use. Like, I'm really going to deep dive into that. But the next video may or may not be from my new place. So, oh, that's the other good news, guys. So that last video when I was talking about me moving into my new place, I was really like manifesting it. I hadn't even applied yet, but I claimed it and it was still on the market, and I got my acceptance email last week. So I got approved, and my official move-in date is January 8th. So the next video may be from a new space. Who knows? Maybe a new backdrop, maybe new furniture. Who knows what's in store? But thank you guys so much for watching. And as always, sit pretty, sip heavy, and spill the tea, child. Love y'all.